welcome to the Member of the Month interview for IFP Phoenix. I'm Amanda Melby, Executive Director, and I am here this month with Lee Quarrie. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so excited too.
And I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. About a week?
Weeks.
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah. Yeah, you kept me up all night for 2 nights, actually.
Yeah, you should probably explain that.
Oh, yes. We just did a film together that Lee directed and I was in, and we shot overnight.
Twice overnight.
Yes.
It was torture.
Yeah. Did you sleep for days and days? Or?
I have this strange inability to sleep beyond 4 hours at a time. So, no, I did not. I'm still recovering.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
So that's what we just did, and that's actually how I got to know you a little bit better. But I met you, gosh, I think last year. You've been doing a number of films for our 48-hour film challenges.
That's right.
And each time, I would say, placing higher and doing better work, and how exciting.
Yeah, it's been kind of a roller coaster year for me. If you had talked to me on January 1st, 2009 and said, what are you going to do this year? I would have said, oh, you know, probably work and hang out with my kid and swim or whatever. And then July comes around and I'm like, I think I'm going to make a movie. And here we are several months later, and I've made several movies, and it's just been an amazing trip, and I've been doing fairly well with it. So I'm very pleased about that.
So, but how do you just wake up one day and go, okay, I'm going to make a movie? Obviously, you had to have had an interest in it from before.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a fluke. I mean, I was always interested in theater as a child. I mean, you know, people will ask you as a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the first words out of my mouth were I wanted to be an actor. And that's what I really wanted. I never wanted to be anything else. I never wanted to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or anything. I just wanted to be an actor. And I pursued that and failed miserably at that. I worked at a lot of dinner theater companies doing murder mystery and singing bad songs and delivering telegrams and...
Singing telegrams?
Well, not really. I mean, nobody ever actually paid me to sing a telegram, but I would have done it.
Yes, okay, all right.
And yeah, so by the time I was a grown-up with a small child, I just realized that that was not the way for me to be a good mom and be happy. And so I kind of stopped doing that for a while and raised my daughter a little bit. She mostly raised herself, which was good. And I think it was 2005, 2006, I got interested in making movies. So I started taking classes at Scottsdale Community College and went through their boot camp, which was awesome, a very awesome experience. And I made a 16mm MOS film there.
Cool.
It was about 6 minutes long, and I did a really good job. And I'm not the kind of person that can say, hey, I'm really good at something. But I could look at that and look at the experience I had and say, wow, you're good at this. Which, you know, ask my therapist, that's not easy for me to say. But yeah, so I took a little hiatus after that. You know, the fear kicked in. And I'm like, oh, I'm not good enough. It's not going to happen for me. And then, you know, I had that awakening in 2009 where I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And I started writing, and I started making movies, great gangbusters movies for me. And I just, there's no stopping me now. You have unleashed the devil in me, Amanda.
Oh, I'm not going to claim any responsibility for that, Lee. Unleashing the devil in Lee. No. But I think you have a really nice on-set presence, you know, which is so nice as an actor to work with a director who is clear in direction, number one, you know, actually tells you what they want, and not in a dictator sort of my way or the highway way. That was a lot of ways. But, you know.
Well, there are a lot of ways to do it, and to varying degrees of success. I mean, you have people who are like James Cameron, who people think of as totally insane, and yet he does amazing, innovative things and makes millions and millions of dollars doing it. But it just comes from who you are and your experience. And my experience in life has always been, I don't like being told what to do, so I'm not going to tell people what to do, but I'm going to tell them what my vision is. And I'm also going to get actors and actresses that I know I can trust, which is why the last project that we worked on, I just knew it would be successful because I had 4 such amazing actresses at my fingertips, and they all said yes. My dream cast said yes, and that's what makes it a good product, I think, is that you have a team of people that know how to do what they're doing and then know how to communicate about what they're doing.
Probably your acting background helps a lot in being a good director too.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you don't have to be a good well, you probably should be a good actor to be a good director, but I'm not.
I think you just have to have an understanding of it.
I think I do have that. I did go to school. I went to Point Park College and studied acting there, and they have a very strong acting and musical theater program there. That's in Pittsburgh, and I actually met my husband there. But that's another story.
For another day.
Yes,
another story
we
for
don't
another
have time
day.
for that one. But yeah, I did study there with some very strong teachers and had a very, I had a well-rounded education there in acting. And I'd always done it, community theater from the time I was in 5th grade. I did at least one show a year as a child growing up. In college, and then afterwards I was constantly involved in live theater. So I do have an understanding of what it takes to be an actor, and a great deal of sympathy for actors, because unfortunately in this business they are viewed as the bottom rung. They're viewed as fodder, and that's not true. They're not. They are the thing that we need the most.
Yeah.
And I think
I had a producer friend tell me one time that don't tell anyone, Amanda, but once the camera starts rolling, you are the most important person. The actor is the most important person once the camera's, but don't tell anyone. Secret's out now. But,
and you know what the thing is too about film is it's totally a collaborative event. I mean, I think that's the thing that people don't understand is people go to film school or to acting school, or they want to be an auteur. They want to do it all. They want to write it and star in it and direct it and produce it and sell it and make all the money. And guess what? You can't do all that alone. There are not that many Woody Allens in the world.
Right.
And maybe that's a good thing. You know, I really enjoy the collaborative art. It's just, there's nothing quite like being in a room full of people and saying, we need to do it this way, and having everybody say, yeah, we need to do it this way, let's do it. And they do, and it's good.
I think the other nice thing about it, working with you in that sense, was that everybody knew what their job was. And so then you get a lot more done, and there's a lot less confusion on the set when there's one director, and there's one producer, and there's one, DP, and there's actors, and, we're not all trying to do each other's jobs.
Yeah, when I first started doing the film challenges, I did say a couple times on the set, all right, thank you for the input, there's one director, and I didn't like saying that, but it was necessary, and everybody understood what it meant, and we were able to go forward, because really, if you're following 7 people's vision, you're not following any vision.
Right.
It gets muddled. So you do need to follow the vision of the director while you're shooting in pre-production, hopefully in post-production too. And so it's important for the director to not lose sight of what that vision is. And a very wise producer will keep them on track with that and give them artistic freedom, but then, if need be, remind them of that too. So producers, they're so wonderful.
Yeah.
They are.
So what's next? What's up for you? What's up?
Well,
what's down the road?
I have a lot of things on the plate. It's so exciting. I'm writing a feature length for Tammy McDaniel right now. She calls it the Witch Script, and she's got some great ideas for it, so we're working on that.
Cool.
And I am going to direct a short written by a local playwright and film writer, Laura Terry. She is a jewel, and I am so glad to have met her. She's an amazing, amazing writer, and she's letting me direct one of her shorts. And then the big secret, which isn't a secret because I need money, lots of money to do it, we're going to make a Western with puppets and female leads as the Desperados. So,
excellent.
Yes. I can't tell you who, but some really good local actresses are going to be involved.
It's been so nice to have you. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing all the great products in the future.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you next time. If you want more information, go to our website, ifpphx.org.